What were your feelings, Dido, then? What were the sighs you uttered at that sight when far and wide from your high citadel you saw the beaches boil and turmoil take the waters, with such a vast uproar before your eyes? Voracious love, to what do you not drive the hearts of men? Again she must outcry, again a suppliant must plead with him, must bend her pride to love, and so not die in vain, and with some way still left untried. Anna, you see them swarm across the beaches, from every reach around they rush to sea. The canvas calls the breezes, and already the boisterous crewmen crown the sterns with garlands. But I was able to foresee this sorrow, therefore I can endure it, sister. Yet in wretchedness I must ask you for this one service, Anna. Treacherous Aeneas has honored you alone, confiding even his secret feelings unto you, and you alone know all his soft approaches, moods. My sister, go, to plead with him, to carry this message to my arrogant enemy. I never trafficked with the Greeks at Aulis to root the Trojans out. I never sent a fleet to Pergamus, never disturbed his father's ashes or Anchises' shade. That now Aeneas should ward off my words from his hard ears. Where is he hurrying? If he would only grant his wretched lover this final gift, to wait for easy sailing and favoring winds. I now no longer ask for those old ties of marriage he betrayed, nor that he lose his kingdom, be deprived of lovely Latium. I only ask for empty time, a rest and truce for all this frenzy, until fortune teaches me, defeated, how to sorrow. I ask this, pity your sister, as a final kindness. When he has granted it, I shall repay my debt, and with full interest, by my death. So Dido pleads, and her poor sister carries these lamentations, and she brings them back, for lamentation cannot move Aeneas. His graciousness toward any plea is gone. Fate is opposed, the god makes deaf the hero's kind ears, as when among the Alps north winds will strain against each other to root out with blasts, now on this side, now that, a stout oak tree whose wood is full of years. The roar is shattering, the trunk is shaken, and high branches scatter on the ground. But it still grips the rocks, as steeply as it thrusts its crown into the upper air, so deep the roots it reaches down to Tartarus. No less than this, the hero. He is battered on this side and on that by assiduous words. He feels care in his mighty chest, and yet his mind cannot be moved. The tears fall, useless. Then maddened by the fates, unhappy Dido calls out at last for death. It tires her to see the curve of heaven. That she may not weaken in her plan to leave the light, she sees, while placing offerings on the altars with burning incense, terrible to tell, the consecrated liquid turning black, the outpoured wine becoming obscene blood. But no one learns of this, not even Anna. And more, inside her palace she had built a marble temple to her former husband, that she held dear and honored wonderfully. She wreathed that shrine with snow-white fleeces and holy day leaves. And when the world was seized by night, she seemed to hear the voice and words of her dead husband calling out to Dido. Alone above the housetops death its song. An owl often complains and draws its long, slow call into a wailing lamentation. Many prophecies of ancient seers now terrify her with their awful warnings. And in her dreams it is the fierce Aeneas himself who drives her to insanity. She always finds herself alone, abandoned, and wandering without companions on an endless journey, seeking out her people, her Tyrians in a deserted land. Even as Pentheus, when he is seized by frenzy, sees files of Furies, and a double sun and double Thebes appear to him. Or when Orestes, son of Agamemnon, driven across the stage, flees from his mother armed with torches and black serpents. On the threshold the awful goddesses of vengeance squat. When she had gripped this madness in her mind, and beaten by her grief resolved to die, she plotted with herself the means, the moment. Her face conceals her meaning, on her brow she sets serenity, then speaks to Anna. My sister, wish me well, for I have found a way that will restore Aeneas to me, or free me of my love for him. Near by the bounds of ocean and the setting sun lies Ethiopia, the farthest land. There Atlas, the incomparable, turns the heavens, studded with their glowing stars, upon his shoulders, and I have been shown a priestess from that land, one of the tribe of the Massilians, who guards the shrine of the Hesperides. For it was she who fed the dragon and preserved the holy branches upon the tree, sprinkling moist honey and poppy, bringing sleep. She promises to free with chant and spell the minds of those she favors, but sends anguish into others. And she can stay the waters and the rivers and turn the stars upon their ways. She moves the nightly shades, makes earth quake underfoot, and, you will see, sends ash trees down the mountains. Dear sister, I can call the gods to witness, and you and your dear life, that I resort to magic arts against my will, in secret build up a pyre within the inner courtyard beneath the open air, and lay upon it the weapons of the hero. He, the traitor, has left them hanging in my wedding chamber. Take all of his apparel and the bridal bed where I was undone. You must destroy all relics of the cursed man, for so would I, and so the priestesses have commanded. This said, she is silent and her face is pale. But Anna cannot dream her sister hides a funeral behind these novel rites. Her mind is far from thinking of such frenzy, and she fears nothing worse than happened when Zacchaeus died. And so she does as told.